But when you make 5 changes in the positions that you did, how much is that? There's almost like in the back of your mind a sense of inevitability. When you spoke afterwards and said, when I don't play Reece James and I don't play Fofana, I kind of have to expect a drop-off in performance. But how much is that rotation costing you and making as many changes as you did on Wednesday?
Most of the rotation we do is because the other one, they cannot play. So we have players that they are in this moment not able to play every 3 days. And the reason why most of the rotation we have done in the past is for the reason why.
But had it been another team maybe than Leeds away, might that team have looked different, is what I'm saying to you?
No, it's just again, it's always the same thing. You know, when you pick 11 players and you win, everything is fine. When you pick 11 players and you don't win, there is always the reason why. For sure, again, I think we playing with 10 players for 1 hour and then after 3 days go to Leeds is not the best situation for us. But in the future, in case happen, we need to be better. We need to do many things better.
Just finally for me, how much, clearly some of it's about rotation, but how much is it down to kind of almost like a lack of leadership in your side? Clearly, Reece James drives that performance a lot of the time, and actually Caicedo does with setting the tone. How hard is it with such a young team to develop those leaders that can take a game like Leeds by the scruff of their neck and say, guys, this is what we need from you?
It's not hard, it's enjoyable. I love young squad, I love young players, and I'm delighted with the players I have.
Soraya?
Hi. Yeah, against Leeds, you put Chalobah right back, Tosin centre back. Obviously, we know you're managing your rotating players, but it seems like when Fofana's out, maybe that Achiampong is the most similar to Fofana. So approaching that, what games do you see Achiampong fit best in his qualities, and why did you make that sort of move that game?
One of the regret I have after the game is I didn't play with Josh. So the reason why we play with Trev, Tos and Benoit is because analyzing them, we saw that most of the time they were playing long ball for Calvert-Lewin, for Nemecha, and so we prefer, physicality, win aerial duels, but even with that, we lost most of them.
Yeah, there's 3 points between 4th and 10th in the Premier League right now. It's very competitive. We've got Bournemouth next. They play very different to Leeds. They're more man-to-man. They have a higher press, so there should be more space for you. How hard is it though when you're playing against these teams where you like to hold possession? You said you like to have most of the ball, but you know that maybe balls higher up the pitch will maybe get you better results. How is that going to impact who you pick?
I think Bournemouth will be a similar game to Leeds. That's why we need to be better. They are intense. Leeds was very intense. I think I said after the game that they were better than us in all the aspects. And hopefully we can learn from that and be ready for tomorrow.
The rotation that you're doing this season, you just said, is very, very different. Because last season you was playing in the Conference League where maybe the opponents that you had were lower level. Now you're playing in the Champions League, and your core, your structured core, the Reece James, the Caicedos, all of these players, they either have to be managed much more gently or have longer term injuries. How is the expectations too high for Chelsea at the moment when you do have that issue that maybe the other big 6 clubs don't have to deal with?
I don't know for the other club, for sure. I know our situation that we need, as I said many times, we have players because of the history that we need to, manage. Again, Wes, Reece, Pedro. We have 4 or 5 players. Romeo now is injured, but we have 4 or 5 players that, for their history, we need to protect, we need to manage. And I said many times that I would like to play all the game with Reece, with Pedro, with Moy, with this kind of players, even with Romeo. But it's not possible, so we try to find a different solution.
Thanks, Soraya. John?
Hi there. Were you surprised by the performance against Leeds, especially after Barcelona and Arsenal? Did you think those kind of performances, those kind of days had gone?
I was very surprised about the performance, no doubt, because I expect more in general, in all the aspects. But also, again, when we prepare the game, we analyze all the small details. We were aware about Arsenal games to play with 10 players for 1 hour, making some rotation because we need to protect players. So we were ready. That probably in some moment we struggle, but not for the entire game.
Do you think the balance is right? I mean, you're right, you've got a really good young side, talented side, but do you need more experience? I mean, should that be reflected in